So y'all know I'm a mother, all right, based off of past videos. And I think that your postpartum journey, especially that first like 1 year to 18 months, are very important, are very crucial for your mental health, for your body. It can make or break your first year of motherhood. There are a few things that the hospitals will give you for free, and I did compile a little list for that. So, beginning, they will give you a peri bottle. The peri bottle is what you use to clean, to wash yourself when you use the bathroom, because you can't really wipe if you have stitches down there. So they will give you a peri bottle. That one sucks, okay? If you have no money, use it. But I will post the link to the peri bottle that I use on Amazon. There are also travel bidets, which I use a travel bidet every day and I take it with me. But the peri bottle is like $10. It is amazing. I used that one for almost a whole year just because I loved it. I love feeling fresh and clean. So use the Amazon peri bottle. It's kind of like an angled like tube, like nozzle. So it kind of like gets you better, you know, cleans you up a little nicer. Most hospitals will give you like a tub of Tux, which is kind of like a witch hazel cooling, like a little wipey. So it's good for your hemorrhoids. So you should call your hospital in advance just to make sure that they have all these things, and they will give it to you for free. But most hospitals will give you the Tux. They'll give you a bunch of free stuff, and so that helps if you do get hemorrhoids. They will give you Dermoblast, which is like a cooling spray, because you're gonna feel irritated. You're gonna have just, you know, the stitches hurt, they get itchy, and you can't do much about it. So the cooling spray is like a Dermoblast. I did not like Dermoblast. I didn't like it. I feel like it was really harsh. It's great though, don't get me wrong. I'm just very sensitive. So if you are sensitive, I like the I think it's called Mama Medicine the herbal peri spray. I did not really tear that much at all. I think I had one small stitch, so I was okay. I'm gonna be real. But if you have more stitches, maybe the Dermoblast might work for you. I still like the herbal one just because it was a little bit cleaner. They will give you hospital pads, like really thick pads. I did buy my own pads, okay? And I'll again post that up here. But if you're in a pinch, they'll give you the big hospital pads, and they'll give you like this weird like diaper, like panty thing that you put the pads on. I don't like it. I prefer buying the postpartum underwear and the actual adult diapers and the pads, and Amazon has, I think most of them Amazon has. I think I got almost everything off of Amazon. And I still have those adult postpartum underwear that I use on my period sometimes, and they're much larger on me right now because I lost weight. I'm so happy about that because it took me a long time to like even drop like 10 pounds. It took me a minute, but I lost 25 pounds right now from when I gave birth. My process was very slow. My depression really like put a damper on my fitness, but I'm back on it, bitch. They will give you baby diapers and they will give you formula. However, everybody's baby is different. So they give you like a regular formula, like a generic, I can't remember, Infantile, I don't remember the brand, but they'll give you like regular formula in like a bottle, like it literally shaped like a bottle. You could take all of that home. Ami was not bottle fed, she did breastfeeding, and they did give me a manual pump, which they should give you a manual pump, but even at the hospital, they'll give you like a machine pump, but that is not to take home. But the manual pump is to take home. A good pump is the LV. It is pricey, but if I can go back in time, I will get a wireless pump. There are other ones. If I can find them, I know that there's another one that's much cheaper than the LV. I'll post it down below. Because I did use like the machine one that you have to like plug in. I hated it. I ended up I stopped pumping quickly because I was like, I feel like a strapped in cow. I couldn't handle it. Now they do have shampoo, they have body lotion, they have toothbrushes and toothpaste. So if you don't want to bring that, like if you don't have space, you don't have to. But they don't have good shampoo. So if you have curly hair, no. And they don't have conditioner, okay? So I was there for about 3 days, I think. 3 or 4 days, because Ami was, I forgot that thing. What is it called? When they turn yellow. I forgot the name of it. I'll post it right here, the name of it, because I cannot for the life of me think of it. Now, what I do recommend for your postpartum journey to bring to the hospital and also to have at home. The Amazon Peri bottle, the herbal spray, the herbal peri spray, 1000%. Love them. Both of them. I love them. Now, this is a mood stabilizer by Pink Stork. It is also on Amazon. It has maca, no, it doesn't have magnesium. I think it's maca, ashwagandha, some other natural herbs. It is a mood stabilizer. I could tell the difference from the days that I did take it and the days I did not take it. The days I did not take it, my mood shifts, my mood swings were just through the roof. When I did take it, I felt much calmer, a little bit more energized, because when you are exhausted, especially those first 2 weeks, you are not going to sleep. You are going to be so angry, so exhausted, so moody, so just, you might even like have a tantrum. It's just a lot that goes on in your mind. So mood stabilizers, okay? And they have the tea. They have the Pink Stork tea. I love Pink Stork. That's a great brand. Also, nothing here is sponsored because y'all ain't paying me. Postnatal vitamins I did take. I took them from Ritual, is an online brand, and they're very clean. However, I did learn by, her name is Valadia Organica. I'm going to write her name here and I'm going to tag her Instagram down below. She talks a lot about vitamins that she would take if she was pregnant again because she had a baby. It's beef liver supplements. So I will post her if you want to look into that. I would probably do that. I think it's much better. I loved red raspberry tea. I cannot say it. Red raspberry tea. All throughout my last trimester into like the first few months of motherhood. So it helps your womb, and when you give birth, it helps bring it back together. Like it really helped me a lot. I would recommend red raspberry tea for like everyone. So this is not something you can get, but I would like definitely recommend getting a protective hairstyle, something that is smooth, not too tight. So I gave birth early, like a week early, and that week that I was supposed to give birth, I think it was like the day of, I was going to braid my hair, and I was gonna do like chunky knotless braids, just because I didn't want my hair to like get all knotted, and I knew I wasn't gonna do my hair. What was that for? I didn't do it because I was early and my hair was like a hot mess. The next thing I do recommend, if you are breastfeeding, you will probably lose your hair. I got bald, like, there's a mirror right here. I got bald, like right here. All my edges were like bald. It was so bad. My hair was so thin. Every time I would take a shower, like a clump of hair. It was just really, really thin. Mine didn't last that long. Thankfully, it only lasted me like 2 months. And then it started growing back real quickly. But it was really, really hard on me. You know, like you gain all this weight, you have stretch marks. Now you're losing your hair, you're not sleeping. Like it was just horrible. So I do recommend Miel, the rosemary and mint hair serum. It's like the scalp oil, because that's good for growing out. I did use that and it helped me a lot. I did notice a difference. I did it every single day without fail. I wasn't leaving the house. I was just gonna be a grease head. And definitely use a bonnet for sleeping, because if your hair is already falling out and there's breakage, you do not want more breakage because your pillow sucks. Now the hospital will give you like their hospital gown, but I would recommend getting a maternity robe on Amazon. I bought 3 because I also use them around the house, and a maternity robe, which I have 2, and I still use them. Actually, I use them all the time because they just look like regular robes. They're just tied in a certain way so your breast can come out easily. The gowns I don't have anymore, but they clipped and unclipped, so it was easier to breastfeed instead of like having a button or a t-shirt, you know, things like that. So I used them after I gave birth. I gave birth butt-ass naked. But while I was at the hospital, I used both of them. It was just much easier. I felt prettier. And it was, you know, like I still use that shit right now. I'm still breastfeeding, guys. I'm trying to stop. It's 2 years. She's about to be 2 next month. Like, I'm about to stop. I'm trying. It's really hard. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a new mom still. I do recommend getting some maternity tops for the house. Again, you could just use the robe. That's fine. Or the gown as well. That's fine. That's so fine. But if you go out and you are breastfeeding, and if you are exclusively breastfeeding like I was, definitely have some maternity tops and maternity bras. It'll just make it so much easier. If you don't want to do maternity tops, you could just use a lot of button-ups, which I did. I wore button-ups or just like easy shirts, you know, things that you could just like take off, But definitely the maternity bra, because you could just unclip it instead of wearing like a Victoria's Secret bra and you're like the padding is uncomfortable. So those two are a must-have. I'll post a link below. If you are also breastfeeding, get some damn nipple covers, girl. They're like a padding, almost like a towel, but they're rounded. You put them inside of the maternity bra because especially in the beginning, you're gonna leak. And 2 years in, I still leak, but not a lot. But when you're in the beginning stages, when the babies are feeding constantly, or even if you're pumping a lot, you're gonna absolutely leak. Please get the covers, because I went to work one time and I forgot them and it just went right through my shirt. It was so embarrassing. We're not trying to be like that, okay? We're not trying to be like that. Now, one thing that helped me a lot was coconut water, because if you're breastfeeding and if you want to properly heal, you have to hydrate, right? Coconut water, real coconut water, is very hydrating. So coconut water, I did drink Under Armour, but it just has more sugar than I'd like. So I just stuck to coconut water or mineralized water, which is, you could just get like a bottle of water, a pinch of pink salt, a pinch of baking soda, and that remineralizes it. Also, get a large water bottle that's refillable. Have whoever is helping you make sure that that is always on deck. Always have water. I did use like this cart. I'll post what it looks like right here. I know IKEA sells them. I don't know where I got this one. I've had this for years. So I decided to just use it as like my bedside table cart. And this is where I placed the top was like my snacks, because you want to make sure that you are being fed. You want to make sure that, especially if you're breastfeeding, you need to eat. So I had healthy snacks, nuts, fruits, like literally all on top of the cart, as alongside my water bottle, and like the quick things I needed, like the nipple cream, which I also recommend getting Earth Mama's nipple cream, because when the baby is sucking on your nipple, it hurts. It gets chapped so easily in the beginning because they don't know what they're doing. So you put nipple cream to prevent that like chapped feeling. Earth Mama has a great everything. Honestly, I love that brand for a lot of the natural products, or the natural versions, or the healthier versions of all the products that you could just get regularly. And it's not that expensive. It's not, just like a little bit pricier, but not by much, okay? Not by much. So because you do have to upkeep breast milk, I don't know if this is real, like if it really worked, but Target sells these cookies. I will post what they look like, and I'll post a name and I'll post a link, because I can't remember the name of it, but they come in like individual packs, and it's meant for breast milk. And they have Brewer's yeast powder in it, which I also took on the side when I would make smoothies. I would put Brewer's yeast powder in it because it helps with breast milk supply. But these cookies are so freaking delicious. I still eat them, and I'm not even trying to like rebuild my breast milk supply. I'm fine. But they're just so good, and they are very low sugar, and they are so healthy. So like, of course I'm gonna eat them. Hello, it became like a guilt for me. Like, I need them. Guilty pleasure, but it's healthy. Mother's milk tea, you can buy that at like ShopRite or Stop and Shop or something. They usually sell stuff like that. Target also has it. Also helps. It helps with milk supply. I really enjoyed it. I would drink it at night because it's more calming, more relaxing. I did a lot to try to upkeep my breast milk, and it must have worked, because my breast milk will not dry, and I just want to stop breastfeeding. There's this thing called sunflower I don't know how to say it. Sunflower lecithin. I'll post a picture. It's called like gold something, but it's basically sunflower That also helps with the clogging. If you are a breastfeeding mom, if you have breastfed, or if you intend on breastfeeding, then you want to make sure that you don't get clogs, and that is by staying hydrated. And the sunflower lecithin helped me so much. I had a clog once, just one time, and it hurt. And let me tell you, it was like the tiniest little ball. It's basically, the milk gets like clumpy. It was like the tiniest little ball, and it hurt. It was like a kidney stone passing through my titty. And I've seen women have like clumps, big ones. So to prevent that, stay hydrated, and the sunflower is amazing to break all that down, because if you do have clogs and you don't allow the milk to come out, you can get mastitis, which is an infection. You can get like a fever from it. You might have to take antibiotics. Like, it's a lot. It's real, okay? So please think about that. My favorite tool for breastfeeding was the Haka. The Haka is just like a suction. I had the LV version of the Haka, which is the manual, and I had the actual Haka. I just prefer the Haka. The LV, I did use the LV manual one. It's just basically like you put it on your breast and you cup it over, and it suctions. So while your baby's breastfeeding on one, the milk is coming down, because once your child is breastfeeding, especially in the beginning stages, your body naturally alerts like we're producing, and then all this milk starts coming out. So you want to use the Haka, so you don't lose breast milk. Like, that's gold. So you don't want to lose it. So absolutely my favorite tool. For outside, if I was like out in public, I would do the LV one, because it's a little bit rounder, so it fit better like on the breast, but I feel like it didn't suction as good as the Haka. So when I was at home or like my family's house, I'll just do the Haka, cover myself with like a breastfeeding cover, and it worked wonderfully. I recommend the Haka for everyone. Please get that. Another thing is, again, a wireless breast pump. Please get that, okay? Don't play games. And if you're gonna go out in public, a lot of people are fine with breastfeeding and just like sticking out their titty and like shoving their baby's mouth in it and in public, and that's fine, okay? Because I've done that too many times. But sometimes, depending where I'm at, if there's a lot of men and I'm like either alone or with women and I feel a little bit uncomfortable, I will use this cover. It's like I'll post it. I had two. I had one that looks like an apron that was just kind of like round and a little bit more breathable. And I did use one that kind of goes over you. It looks like a poncho, and it was you can also use that over the baby, the car seat. Like when you take it out of the car, you can put that over as well. So both of them are really great. I don't recommend using blankets, because blankets hold in the heat, and we don't think about that. So these products are meant to give more breathability for our babies, so they're not overheating, because in the beginning stages they gotta stay warm but cool. All right. They gotta be able to breathe. And my last tip for everything is to please have communication. Do not sit here and feel like you have to do it all. If you have the people around you, a partner or family or friends, ask for help. If you truly feel like you can trust them, ask for help. You do not have to do it all alone. It is very hard. Your mental health will thank you. And I say this from personal experience, you do not have to do it all. Ask for help. Open communication and trying to figure out what you want, because sometimes we don't even know during these hard times. But I wish you peace, love, and understanding. I wish you compassion and self-love and gracefulness. I hope your journey is amazing. And if you have any questions, you can just comment down below. You can even DM me on Instagram. I feel like that's much easier for me. Just let me know, you saw this video, and I love you, and bye.